following video contains a new breed of my world-famous run and gun build. Legend has it, run and gunning was a favorite pastime for the humble ninja. Viewer discretion is advised.
Detecting additional contacts. Detected.
Where's the therapy button?
Hostile phaser drone detected. Rogue agent eliminated.
誰もが己の知識や認識に頼り縛られ生きている。それを現実という名で呼んでな。しかし知識や認識とは曖昧なものだ。その現実は幻かもしれない。人は皆思い込みの中で生きている。そうは考えられないか。
Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going, and welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Today we're going to be taking a look at my first Ninja Bike build of Title Update 17. The Ninja Backpack was only introduced to the game a few days ago, and I've tried it on a bunch of different builds already, and it's proving to be a lot of bloody fun. Now, how do you get this backpack? Well, all you need to do is unlock it firstly through the season track rewards. You can just farm XP to level up, or you can purchase levels, but that's basically pay to win. Anyway, once you reach level 90, you will then unlock the Ninja Bike Messenger backpack, and at that point, it then enters your general loot pool. Now today's build is featuring the Ninja Backpack, and it's a fast-paced run and gun build that mostly allows you to face tank your way through heroic content, solo and in a team. Depending on the primary gun that you want to use, you can get over 1.2 million crits, and for survivability we can reach an armor pool of just over 2.6 million. And we've got some armor on kill and some armor regen. This setup is one that I theory crafted a while ago when we got the announcement that the Ninja Bag would return to the game. And I know that there's a few other channels that have had similar thoughts, and that's awesome. I had to grind to get my Ninja Bag legit, I didn't use any XP exploits, and I didn't pay to win, as they say. I'll have plenty more Ninja Bag builds coming over the next couple of weeks, along with a few other builds too. But before we get stuck into the build, welcome back to all you amazing subscribers. If you are new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, you know what to do, pull your finger out and give that sub button a click. Make sure you engage with this video, a like, a share, a comment, it all helps with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. Doing all this stuff is going to help the channel and our amazing community grow. And don't forget to check me out on all my other socials, including Twitch, Discord, Facebook, the works. All the links are in the description below. Righto then, with all that said and done, let's get into the build. 4 reds, 3 blues, 1 skill tier, but because of our gear and our specialization, we're actually at 3 skill tiers and 5 core red attributes. And our base armor is at 1.3 million. Your balance of core red and blue attributes can be adjusted to suit your player preference. I did try this with the 2 reds and 6 blues, and while it was usable, it just lacked the damage that I really wanted in a run and gun build. Now the build is using the Ninja Backpack, which basically acts as a wildcard. So in this setup, we actually have 2 pieces of Bellstone, 2 pieces of Brazo, and 4 pieces of the Heartbreaker gear set. For the specialization, we're using Technician, mainly for that linked laser pointer. Equipping this to our gun allows us to aim and pulse targets, which is going to proc our weapon talent and our Heartbreaker gear set. Technician also gives us a passive skill tier, and this will also unlock the Artificer Hive. The Hive does work well with the shield as it repairs it as you play. However, I found in solo play getting shot by multiple NPCs at the same time, the shield and the Artificer Hive just didn't work the best. The time between repair charges is just too long. I preferred using the assault drone as it takes NPC aggro. Personal preference. For our primary weapon, I found that the Carbine 7 was a more user-friendly gun on the build. However, the KINGBREAKER on this was an absolute beast, getting over 1.2 million crits. But the RPM on the KINGBREAKER was just too slow to maintain a higher level of those Heartbreaker bonuses while getting shot at the same time. You really do need a faster RPM weapon than the KINGBREAKER, especially if playing solo. The Carbine 7 has been maxed out, but the upgrades are still at level 10, which is probably a little bit below where most players are at the moment with their expertise. For the talent, we're going to be using Flatline. It amplifies our weapon damage by 15% to pulsed enemies. So we just aim and shoot. The linked laser pointer is what does all the work. With our attachments, we've got a crit hit chance scope, the extended mag, the linked laser pointer, and a crit hit chance muzzle. And just for a quick comparison, we've got the KINGBREAKER. It is hitting much harder, but that slower RPM I do feel does hurt the build. Perfect Flatline does provide 5% more amplified damage, and all the mods are going to be the same. Again, player preference which gun you prefer, but I prefer the Carbine 7. For our secondary, we've got to be using the ACS-12 shotgun. This is a must as it's a high rate of fire, automatic shotgun. And just like the Striker gear set, each shotgun pellet will provide a stack for the Heartbreaker gear set. So we use the ACS-12 to reach our max stacks as fast as we can, then swap to our primary to get bulk damage. The talent that we're using on this one is Flatline as well. It's just going to give the build a little bit more damage when using the shotgun. If you don't have one of these, you could still use the named version, the Rock and Roll. We do only get 2 mod slots with the ACS-12, so we've got a crit hit chance sight and that linked laser pointer. Please double check that you have got the linked laser pointer equipped on the weapons that you're using. And for the pistol, anything could go here, but I'm using the busy little bee.
Practically perfect in every way. As long as you never miss.
It's a nice little damage boost off the rip if you play it right, but it's not crucial to the build. Righto, now let's get into the build, and first up we've got the mask, which is Bellstone. As you see, the ninja bag has unlocked the second bonus, so we get 1% regen and 10% armor on kill. We've got max armor, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and a crit hit chance mod. Look, the regen and armor on kill, I know, it's not a lot, but it does help a little bit on these types of run and gun builds. If you have a bit of a play around, you might prefer to use a different brand set here, and that's okay, maybe one piece of Walker for a little bit more damage. Feel free to drop a comment on any other alternative suggestions for this piece. For the chest piece, we're going to be using the Heartbreaker chest. Heartbreaker will provide us with 15% AR and LMG damage, 15% weapon handling, and the ninja bag unlocks the 4-piece bonus Heartstopper. Headshot supply a pulse for 5 seconds. Weapon hits to pulsed enemies adds a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1% bonus damage to pulsed enemies up to 50 stacks. So at max stacks, that's 50% bonus armor and an extra 50% weapon damage. 2 stacks are lost each second. So this is where I'm talking about a fast RPM weapon is better. If you're losing 2 stacks every second and you're getting shot by multiple NPCs, the KINGBREAKER is just far too slow to regain those stacks. And yes, you could keep swapping back to the ASS-12 because that's why we've got it on the build, but some players might struggle with the juggling of the 2 weapons. For our attributes, we've got max weapon damage, crit hit chance, and a crit hit chance mod. Now, because we are using the gear set chest, we also unlock that chest talent, max beats per minute. Increases our max stacks of Heartstopper from 50 to 100. Meaning, now we can get up to 100% bonus armor, giving us a total armor pool of 2.6 mil, and we also get an extra 100% weapon damage. Obviously, these numbers are when we're at max stacks, so the more stacks we have, the better. For the holster, I've gone with the Picaros. The ninja bag will unlock the second bonus, so we're getting that 10% skill haste and the +1 skill tier. To be honest, I'm not sure if this is the best option. I will have to do a little bit more testing. But we're basically using the Picaros because we can get weapon damage and we can get armor on the one piece, and we've also slotted in some crit hit chance. For the knee pads, we've got Heartbreaker, max weapon damage, and max crit hit damage. And the gloves are also Heartbreaker, again, max weapon damage and max crit hit damage. And the last piece on the build just brings everything together. It's the brand new exotic, the Ninja Bike Messenger backpack.
From the depths of hell, this has been resurrected as if it cannot die.
Without this piece, the build's not going to work. Don't think you can slot in another piece like the Memento and think everything will be hunky-dory. It's not. On the Ninja backpack, we get a core weapon damage, core armor, a skill tier, and we've got a mod slot, which we've got a 6% crit hit chance mod. The talent's called Resourceful. Slots in with any equipped gear set and or brand set item to fulfill the requirement towards unlocking the gear bonus. Can unlock bonuses from multiple sets all at the same time. Long story short, it's our wild card. On this build, it counts as the second piece Bellstone, the second piece Brazo, and the fourth piece of Heartbreaker. Pretty bloody awesome. Now, will the Ninja backpack replace every backpack on every build? No, but it will allow for some more off-meta and more creative builds to be usable in both PVE and PVP. And anything in this game that promotes more build diversity is a good thing in my eyes. Righto, as for the skills on the build, it is player preference, but I do suggest using a shield. It will provide damage mitigation and allow you to face tank more and mow down all those NPCs. And for the second skill, I do prefer to use the Striker Drone. As I mentioned before, it does take NPC aggro, and with 3 skill tiers, it's going to do a lot of damage. The Artificer Hive was okay. At skill tier 3, it still repairs the shield, but the time between those repair stims is just a little bit too long, especially if you're playing solo and you've got multiple NPCs focus firing you. But play around with the skills for yourself and let me know in the comments what skills you're going to be using. So it's now fine print time, the stat sheet. 56% crit hit chance and 81% crit hit damage. On all these types of ninja builds, it's going to be hard to get high numbers of crits. But remember, we've got a large amount of weapon damage on this build, so it's going to raise both our base damage, which is non-crits, and our crits. Having high weapon damage is how we got over 1.2 million crits with the KINGBREAKER. Our all weapon damage is at 95%, and we've got 45% AR damage. Then our Heartbreaker stacks on that will give us a total of 240% weapon damage for the Carbine 7. And this can go even higher if I decide to upgrade my Carbine 7 more. So yeah, that's the build, champions. It's a fast-paced run and gun, face-tanking ninja, blah blah blah. It's fun. It's just a really fun build with crazy damage and good survivability. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at my Heartbreaker ninja build? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. And like always, show your content creators your support. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. All this kind of stuff really does help support myself and the channel. So that's going to wrap it up for this one, and I will catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.